This is verse 2 of chapter 9 of the Gospel of Matthew. Matthew continuing to provide a series of healing accounts, and this is one that's recorded by other synoptic authors as well. What Matthew leaves out, which is mentioned by others, is that the people that brought to this paralytic actually let him down through the roof. And so it's a somewhat dramatic kind of moment, but Matthew, more interested simply in the substance of the story, it says kai, connective, idu, interjection, behold or look, or see it there, prosepharon, from prosphero, to bring to, pros to, and pharaoh to bring, to carry. So they brought to him, this is in the imperfect, so it's the third person plural, imperfect, active indicative. They were bringing, behold, they were bringing. This takes the dative, so auto, they were bringing to him, that is to Jesus, the indirect object. Then the direct object, paralukiton. This is the word for paralytic. Of course, we transliterate it into English pretty much intact. So they were bringing to him a paralytic, one who was not able to walk. They brought him epi, preposition, takes the genitive here, klenes. Actually, that little prefix kli is the root from which we get the word incline. And from that, a variety of words are formed in Greek. This is a bed, a place where one reclines, kind of a broad word. So they brought to him, paralytic, on a bed. In the genitive, of course, going along with epi. And then beblemenon. This is from balo, it means to cast. This is a perfect participle, passive participle, masculine singular, accusative. It's accusative because it's modifying the paralytic here. So having been cast, it's in the perfect meaning he was cast there, laid there is really the idea, but there is a kind of dramatic element to it. And he remained there. That's the force of the imperfect. Kai, the connective, idon, from edo or blepo, either one. It's a aorist participle, and having seen, the subject of the participle, ho Jesus, so Jesus having seen, tain piston. Not the paralytic directly, but seeing the faith, in the accusative here of pistis, for faith. So Jesus having seen the faith, auton. This is the possessive pronoun, genitive, plural, of autos. Having seen their faith, we assume it included the faith of the man who was being carried on the stretcher here. So Jesus having seen their faith. Then the leading verb, apen, from lego, I say, third person singular, aorist active indicative, said, to, paralukito, said to the paralytic. In the dative, it's the indirect object. What he directly said is tharse. In the first person, it would be to cheer up. This is in the third person, it's a command here. So cheer up would be the idea, to be of good cheer. Teknon, somewhat more familiar than other accounts, which simply say anthropon. This is addressing him now. Cheer up, son or child. Aphientai, from aphemi. This is the third person plural, present passive indicative, so they are forgiven. Cheer up, they are forgiven, and then putting it up front for emphasis, su, the of you, hi hamartii, the sins. So rather than dealing with the physical ailment here directly, Jesus goes to an even deeper issue and announces forgiveness of sin, causing some people to speculate it may be a sin issue originally that had precipitated the condition. That's at least implied but not stated. But in any event, it's the first thing Jesus says, and of course that in itself is going to precipitate a bit of a controversy in the ensuing conversation.